Hi, Assalamu alaikum. In this video, we will understand about the intense workout benefits. So, a lot of benefits we will understand. A lot of benefit part we will understand the major benefit of the intense workout. So, what is the intense workout? So, let's differentiate first. The number one is the intense workout, and the second one is like running and stretching or some other normal exercise. So the normal exercise like stretching, running, and some other yoga, which that is basically stretching type, and in this way, the basically capability of the injury and the capability of the breakdown of the myofibril, basically the muscle fiber, will not more possible as compared to the intense workout. Let's understand about the intense workout. Intense workout mean you will unable to wrap more in one set in single set due to the overload of the weight in your body, which that will break your muscle fiber, and in this way the injury of the muscle fiber and breakdown of the muscle fiber will produce the reactive oxygen species, oxidative stress, and mitochondria damage, and another thing is that the myofibril will be damaged. The myofibril contain a sarcomere, that is the contraction unit of the muscle is known as sarcomere. Sarcomere will damage, so remember that thing. This is the understanding. This is the intense workout which that breaks your muscle. So break your muscle fiber. When break your muscle fiber, which that again require the recovery as compared to the stretching and other exercise, basically which that not break your muscle, so not require too much recovery. So intense workout required recovery. So during the recovery, what will be happen, and during the breakdown of the muscle, what will be happen? So let's understand about that, and then we will understand about the benefit. So basically, when the breakdown of the muscle during the exercise due to the sympathetic nervous system activation, and in this way the catabolism will occur. Catabolism means the breakdown of the macromolecule, the breakdown of the muscle into the short fragment of the molecule. So in this way, like glycogen, sorry, which that will convert into the glucose is known as the glycogenolysis will occur in the gym. Even more and more, the lipids in the form of triacylglycerol deposit in your fat, in your adipose tissue, adipocyte, will be break down to produce free fatty acid, and in this way, your basically lipids will break down after the glycogen breakdown. But remember that things basically when glycogen will deplete, so the trigger the fat burning process, and in this way require more energy, so that is why the beta oxidation will occur when go into the liver. Free fatty acid is used for the muscle contraction and a lot more things, and in this way your muscle will break and beta oxidation will occur, and in this way the energy will produce through mitochondria, so the fat will produce more energy. So during the gym, in this way the catabolism will occur, whole body will basically use up. So that is why the sympathetic nervous system will lead to fight and flight response, more alertness, and more care your body. So in this way, you are totally breaking your own cells, your own body, your own muscle, myofibril, sarcomere. So in this way, whenever you will go into the sleep, so sleep required, so 9 hours sleep is most important in this way. So 9 hours sleep is most important. In this way, you when you will sleep, so remember that things during the exercise, the cortisol hormone will spike. When cortisol hormone will spike, basically will lead to more catabolism. So during the rest and digest time, when you will eat healthy food and sleep, so in this way the growth hormone will trigger and the parasympathetic nervous system activation, and the sympathetic nervous system suppress. So the parasympathetic nervous system activation through vagal nerve. So the vagal nerve will lead to cool and calm your body. You will become a rest, and your depression will decrease, even your digestion improve. So in this way your digestion improves, your absorption of mineral, vitamin will improve. So that is why the ketogenic diet is too much important for fat soluble vitamin absorption through fat absorption. So the fat soluble vitamin absorbed through fat intake. So that is the ketogenic diet is too much important for the vitamin. So we will discuss in the next video. But we are just understanding about the intense workout. So during the sleep, the growth hormone will trigger. So when growth hormone will trigger, what will be happen? So the growth hormone will target to the liver, to the muscle, and to the adipose tissue. And a lot more thing is that the bones, which that target also to the bone. So whenever the growth hormone will target to the adipose, target to the first of all the liver, and in this way the liver will produce the insulin-like growth factor 1, which that is the alternate form of the insulin. Whenever you will go into the ketogenic diet, remember if you are eating more and more sugar, so the insulin-like growth factor 1 potential of the insulin like growth factor 1 will decrease. So the insulin like growth factor 1 will increase due to the healthy diet like amino acid containing diet like protein and the fat. So that will lead to trigger the insulin like growth factor 1. What is the function of insulin like growth factor 1? Basically, insulin like growth factor 1 will absorb the more amino acid, more fat, and in this way, basically mostly amino acid, because the fat will in the form of the low density lipoprotein through scavenger receptor. So that is the different topic we will not understand. So in this way, the amino acid will absorb to produce albumin protein and a lot more things. In this way, the osmoregulation will maintain, the homeostasis will maintain, because the albumin protein is very important for the normal physiology of your blood circulatory system, and in this way the transport and the fluid balance, because the albumin contain negative charge. So that is why whenever the insulin like growth factor 1 increase will lead to deposit the glucose during the night, during the sleep time, in the form of glycogen from the glucose. So the glucose will convert into the glycogen whenever you will a moderate amount of the carbohydrate will intake. On the other hand, the insulin like growth factor 1 autocrinally bind with the hepatocyte in the liver to glycogenesis, as well as the maintenance and storage of the glycogen and fat. So remember that thing. But on the other hand, it is also important which that release into the blood circulatory system as an endocrinally, and target to the muscle bone for the synthesis of protein, because this insulin like growth factor 1 will bind to the insulin like growth factor receptor, or insulin receptor will trigger the gene which that is important for the synthesis of actin and myosin, which that is a part of the sarcomere. In this way, the increase the number of sarcomeres will occur due to the insulin like growth factor 1, and in this way the insulin like growth factor 1 will trigger more and more myogenesis. The myogenesis means the muscle growth. So the muscle will grow more, and in this way the muscle when grow more, the contraction will more, and during the again next day you will improve your stamina, you will improve your strength, you will improve your bone health, because bone also get the insulin like growth factor 1 for the development of the growth of the bone, development and growth of the bone basically. So in this way your bone will more strong and more able to lift the weight in the next day. This is the insulin like growth factor 1 produced via exercise. Let's understand about another thing is the growth hormone will produce during the sleep, during the recovery time, because the insulin will decrease due to the sleep is the fasting state. So when you will not eat, so the insulin will not spike during the night time, during the sleep time, because a long sleep is too much important, like 9 hours. when you will go into the sleep. So in this way, your growth hormone will target to the adipocyte to trigger the lipolysis. In this way, the lipids will convert into the triacylglycerol, and the triacylglycerol basically convert into the free fatty acid and glycerol, which that go into the blood circulatory system, and in this way, the low density lipoprotein will increase. LDL will increase, will bind with the liver, and when bind with the liver, which that is basically a scavenger receptor will receive that basically low density lipoprotein, and that convert into the cholesterol, and even the lipids will use for the gluconeogenesis and ketogenesis if you are in the ketogenic diet. So remember, if you are not, so the ketogenesis will not occur, but the cholesterol will increase. So this is the number two benefit is that your growth hormone will trigger the lipolysis. In this way, you will lose your fat. So remember that thing, during the sleep time, you will lose fat mostly, not during the exercise, because the cortisol will hormone, the sympathetic nervous system will break down your tissue, break down your myofiber, but it will not lipolysis more as compared to the sleep. So on the other hand, the breakdown will occur, but the recovery time require the lipids and cholesterol. So what is the benefit of the cholesterol when synthesized in the liver? So the HMG-CoA enzyme, which that is used for the synthesis of the cholesterol from the triacylglycerol, even sugar. So the cholesterol will be formed, and that cholesterol will go into the testes for male and go into the ovary for the female to produce estrogen or testosterone. So the estrogen is too much important for the muscle growth. So the estrogen and testosterone, for male. So the testosterone will trigger that certain gene which that produce the muscle protein like actin and myosin for the development of the sarcomere. In this way, the number of sarcomere will increase. In this way, the myofiber will more thick, and in this way, the muscle will more thick and grow more. This is the science, and in this way, the muscle will grow. In this way, lipolysis will occur, because the growth hormone, ultimately you can understand and imagine that the growth hormone will trigger the lipolysis, and the lipolysis will trigger the cholesterol formation, and the cholesterol will go into the bloodstream and go into the testes to produce testosterone and dihydrotestosterone for the deep voice, for the muscle development, bones and strength. And this is the second benefit. Number one benefit is the fat loss. Number two benefit is the basically synthesis of the testosterone for male and estrogen for female. And testosterone, remember, that is the fat soluble steroid. So it will target directly into the DNA for synthesis of protein as compared to the growth hormone. But growth hormone also trigger directly to the muscle for synthesis of protein, but it is the fat insoluble, so it will bind with the receptor to cascade of phosphorylation to trigger the synthesis of protein like actin and myosin. Insulin like growth factor 1 also the fat insoluble. It will also trigger through without the DNA, without binding the DNA. So the less mutation cause, the less mutation chance in the DNA, but the testosterone will mutate your gene, activate that certain gene which that is important on the basis of environment. Environment is that you are weightlifting, so that is the environment, and you should adapt with your environment. That is why the synthesis of that certain protein which that resist during the environment strategy and face the environment, that is important thing. And on the other hand, this is the beneficial effect, and the insulin like growth factor 1 also important for the brain formation, for the neurogenesis and neuroplasticity. And in this way, the neuron which that contain insulin like growth factor 1 receptor which that whenever the bind the insulin like growth factor 1 due to the trigger during the sleep time. In this way you will basically increase the insulin like growth factor 1, which that bind with the neuron and will lead to homeostasis of the neuron like neurogenesis and neuroglial cell, which that basically myelinate the axon and maintain the myelination and Schwann cell development and axon development. Even the synaptogenesis will occur. In this way the cognitive function will increase and dementia as well as the memory loss chances will decrease. In this way your mental health will improve, your brain improve, your neurogenesis improve, your daily challenge in your life and daily task which that easy to solve the problems. This is the another benefit. On the other hand, the insulin like growth factor 1 also important for the hair growth and hair health. So in this way the exercise basically getting the benefit for the production of the insulin like growth factor 1 for homeostasis. Important thing is that during the sleep time you are going to the fasting state. In this way the mTOR inhibit while during the starvation mode. So mTOR will inhibit while the AMPK pathway will increase. What is the meaning of this? AMPK pathway increase mean the AMPK pathway will inhibit the cancer, so the oncogenesis, while the mTOR will trigger the basically oncogenesis. That gene will activate to lead to cancer, but the AMPK pathway will apoptose. The autophagy will occur if the cell will damage. If the cell will not damage too much, so it will lead to proliferate or it will lead to maintain the cell life. So in this way the cell death will not possible if the cell is healthy. While on the other hand, the basically is the mTOR will during the fat state and when you will not recovery time to sleep more, so when you will not fasting and exercising again and again, your cell will damage. But when you will eat more and more, so the mTOR will trigger. That mTOR is responsible for the oncogenesis, because the damaged cell will also survive, and that survive of the damaged cell will proliferate more, and in this way the damaged gene containing cell will proliferate, will lead to more and more oncogenesis. The oncogenic oncogenic gene, basically cancer causing gene amplification, will lead to cause tumor. So this is the important thing you should need to understand. Basically it is just for your understanding. So the insulin like growth factor 1 is too much important, and that is why the exercise will produce and a lot of benefit due to the intense workout. But the stretching is another thing which that will lead to vasodilation, and we will not understand about that in this video, but we are just understanding about the intense workout. And in this way the intense workout also realize socially you can feel the pain and you can gain. And when you will feel the pain, so you will able to resist all those insult in your environment, so you can face that, and you will get the stress and you will hold on and will not give the response if that basically stress is your harmful for you. So that is why you will also improve your own ethic and improve your own self-confidence, and you will not concern with another person, and even you will get the ignorance property more, because you will feel the pain. And that is why whenever you will feel the pain in the gym, so you know about the pain and you will realize your pain. So that is why your body will feel the pain, and in this way you will think about that this is the pain, and we should don't give the pain to another person. So that is why you will be more humble, This is another mechanism. Basically, it is socially which that you will be fit and you will basically humble person and you will loyal. You will become a loyal person. So overall, your body physiology and the psychology will change due to the intense workout. So I am recommending to you for intense workout, but don't get more injury like broken of bone and a lot more things, because you should improve slowly, not if you are able to weight lift 10 kg or for example 50 kg, so you should exceed with a 1 kg like 51 kg weight you can put on your body to lift it, and in this way you will next day 1 kg will increase and increase, and in this way you are increasing day by day. In this way your sleep time will improve, and that is why your myofiber will increase. In this way your overall muscle fiber will improve when you will hit the certain muscle fiber like bicep, tricep, and etc. So I hope you make sense about that. If you like my video, please make sure to subscribe, like, and share. I am also making the handwritten tutorial about the biomedical science. If you are interested for the learning of the biomedical science, you can learn a lot of knowledge. And I hope you make sense. And see you in the next video. For this time, bye. Allah Hafiz.